Was Joe Biden cheating or engaging in interfering in an election when he sicked the current Secretary of State, his name's Antony Blinken, on rounding up members of the intel community to declare that his son's laptop, which is 100% real and holds within it at least 400 federal crimes, was actually fake and Russian disinformation. Now, that happened right before an election.
It did.
Far closer to an election.
Let's just start off with he wasn't the president.
And most importantly, and Donald Trump wasn't a president. Please let me finish. Donald Trump wasn't a president when allegedly this payment happened.
You're right. He was cheating. Joe cheated. You're right. So
is Joe Biden cheating? So because yesterday, just really quick, because something remarkable happened in Delaware. The federal government introduced Hunter Biden's laptop against him as a piece of evidence that they have confirmed beyond a shadow of a doubt is Hunter Biden's.
Man, oh man, oh man. What are we going to do today? Yeah, this laptop business is very interesting. We were told, oh, that's not happening. There's no way. It's fake news. It's Russian disinformation. It turned out somebody is lying. Remember this discussion here? When they had the debate, the political debate, and Donald Trump brought this up?
50 former national intelligence folks who said that what he's accusing me of is a Russian plant. They have said that this has all the 5 former heads of the CIA, both parties, say what he's saying is a bunch of garbage.
This is classic Trump. We have 4 days left, and all of a sudden there's a laptop. There's overwhelming evidence that from the intelligence community that the Russians are engaged.
I still think that the stories from the fall about your son Hunter were Russian disinformation and a smear campaign, like you said.
Yes. I know you'd ask it. I have no response. It's another smear campaign. It's the last-ditch effort in this desperate campaign to smear me and my family. The vast majority of the intelligence people have come out and said there's no basis at all.
It's amazing how things works out when you give them enough time. The truth always comes to the light. Look at that. Look at this. We were told this was Russian disinformation. It's not happening. And then it was showed up in court. You can't make this up.
Caused millions of Americans to rethink their trust in the media, the intelligence community, and our elected officials, because everybody was lying about it. The FBI had it. We were still being told it was Russian disinformation. Earlier this week, an FBI special agent testified that everything on Hunter's laptop is authentic and unaltered.
Mercy.
Yet none of the people who dismissed the laptop as Russian disinformation has come forward to admit they were wrong, or they were lying, or they were, well, whatever they want to call it.
They never will.
Remember when 51 intelligence agents swore this? A laptop op fits the bill, as the publication of emails are clearly designed to discredit Biden.
Mercy.
None of them has taken responsibility. How about the Democrats, the media? Well, they all said things like this.
I think it's broadly known and widely known, Peter, that there was a broad range of Russian disinformation.
The origins of this whole smear are from the Kremlin.
It's classic textbook Soviet-Russian tradecraft at work.
Looks like a classic Russian playbook disinformation campaign.
The U.S. authorities are seeing if those emails we just talked about are connected to an ongoing Russian disinformation effort.
It is so obviously a Russian operation.
Hunter Biden, this laptop that intelligence officials have warned is likely Russian disinformation.
Ongoing Russian disinformation effort.
Ongoing Russian disinformation effort.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just crazy, man. All I can do is laugh because I'm like, I don't know, man. The media is caught again. But does it matter, though? Because they're not going to change their ways.
Kessler from the Washington Post had a fact check about Joe Biden from earlier this month, noting that Hunter Biden admitted in court in July that he was in fact paid substantial sums from Chinese companies. Kessler wrote, Hunter Biden reported nearly $2.4 million in income in 2017 and $2.2 million in income in 2018, most of which came from Chinese or Ukrainian interests. But this directly goes against what Joe Biden said in the debate in 2020 with Donald Trump. Take a listen.
My son has not made money in terms of this thing about what are you talking about? China.
Once you
None
became
of that
vice
is
president,
true.
he made a fortune in Ukraine, in China, in Moscow,
That is simply
and various
not
other places.
true.
So it's from two different debates, but I mean, Trump was right. Kessler from the Washington Post.
Trump was right. Trump was right again. I mean, who are you fooling? Like, it's not like we didn't know that. I mean, again, the media being the
Caused
media.
millions of Americans to rethink.
But again, we shouldn't be shocked by the behavior of some of these people by now. I think we've learned our lesson long time ago. A lot of what's coming from our mainstream media is propaganda. Propaganda. It's one thing they're lying. It's another thing they're covering truth. Not only they're covering truth. I was like, oh man, it's crazy.
Take the Hunter Biden laptop, for example. The deep state lied to us. The so-called 51 former intel officials all saying it was Russian disinformation. But it wasn't just them doing the lying. Sleepy Joe lied too. Watch.
Joe, they're calling you a corrupt politician.
Nobody.
President Trump, I want to stay on the...
There are 50 former national intelligence folks who said that what he's accusing me of is a Russian plant. They have said that this has all the 5 former heads of the CIA, both parties, say what he's saying is a bunch of garbage. Nobody believes it except his and his good friend Rudy Giuliani.
You mean the laptop is now another Russia hoax?
He knew it. He called it. Think about how big of a lie that really was. 4 years later, Joe Biden's own Department of Justice is using that same Hunter laptop as evidence in a courtroom to prosecute his own son.
Listen, I'm going to end this video because, listen, man. Listen, all right, let me quote some quotation here, read the Bible, and I'm done because I'm just tired of this. The further our society drifts from the truth, the more it will hate those who speak it. That's one. I have another one. Don't worry. I have a few of those on my list. So the next one we have is coming from Malcolm X, man. I mean, he definitely knew it when he said this. Malcolm X said, the media is the most powerful entity on earth. They have the power to make the innocent guilty and to make guilty the innocent. They control the minds of the masses. But I don't know why we keep falling for some of these people, though. They keep but they keep on doing this because we keep listening to them. That's why they're all so successful. Why do the media do what they do? It's because they have an audience. They have an audience. But the amazing thing about the truth is that it always comes to the surface. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. No matter what you do, the truth is always going to win. But the thing is, the damage that the lies causes over time is you cannot repair the damage. It's done, and it's done forever. Now we have to sit here and clean up. How much of this had impacted the election? How much of this had impacted the economy? How much of this has caused hatred toward Trump? I mean, the man knew some stuff. He was trying to warn the people. Listen, man, this stuff, of course he knew. He was a sitting president. Don't you know he has information that the average person don't? But anyway, he was trying to warn us. But again, Russian disinformation. They played the game. They lied. And now here we are. After the election, everything is done, set, and it's over. Now, well, guess what? It's going to be a major pushback. And the pushback is that We are going to see a 2024, a massive comeback, so strong of a comeback that the people who've pushed this nonsense over and over again are going to have to sit back and learn the hard truth. They're going to have to learn the hard truth. And again, because Trump is going to win with such a large number, that these people are going to have to sit back and swallow their pride and swallow their words.
What did she say? Now that the New York Times is saying this is the real deal, go ask somebody else.
The New York Times has authenticated emails that appear to have come from a laptop abandoned by Hunter Biden in Delaware. The president previously said that the New York Post story about this was a bunch of garbage and that it was a Russian plant. Does he stand by that assessment?
I've pointed the Department of Justice and also to Hunter Biden's representatives. He doesn't work in the government.
What a joke. All right, much more could be said. I think it's best to end this video. This stuff is upsetting. I hate making these type of videos because it's like, again, the media lied, and again, you know, the three-letter alphabet that we're working behind the scene to make sure Trump, you know, loses and then Biden wins, and covered up the story and everything else, are now coming out saying this stuff was true. It's like, how many times do we have to go through this? It's like this is a crazy cycle, man. You go through this back and forth. Like, they lie to you, and then they tell the truth, and there's no accountability. They lay low, and they do it again. They do it again, and it keeps happening. And I think what has to happen, the people like us, we gotta stop listening to these people. We gotta hold them accountable. We gotta point the finger and say, we know you lying, we know you fake news, right? And you gotta support ministries in independent medias that are telling the truth as it really is. Like, you have to depart away. You have to stay away from these people and find other channels that are not so biased, and they're not so driven by these propaganda machines. They don't have to do this in the name of getting paid. You have to find other platforms that are saying it like it is and support them, because, again, the media is such a joke, man. But I'm not shocked, because I knew it was the truth. I knew there was something's going on here. They even had him on videos saying he did this and so on, and I made this, you know, SOB. I made him stop. And you're like, I can't believe you're saying stuff like that. Those videos are available for people to see, and then you still gaslighting people, saying it didn't happen. I mean, what a joke. Anyway, much more could be said. Link in the description below. Like and subscribe to the page. Click the bell icon for more. Share your thought and perspective with me. Are you shocked? Are you shocked about it? I'm not. It seems like this was very common. We knew this was coming. And here we are today. Nothing new under the sun. So it is what it is. Let's move on, right? We're going to just move on. Is that how we're going to do this thing now? Or are we going to make some changes in the way that we address and deal with some of these people? Are they going to keep getting our attention and our support? Are we going to point out their hypocrisies? What are we going to do? I would like to hear from you. Until next time, like and subscribe to the page. Click the bell icon for more. Have a good one. Bye.